Yo, what is good, people? I go by the name of Killer Beezy, and today we are here with another MCOC video, man. If you guys are enjoying the content on the channel, man, make sure you guys hit the like button. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe, and make sure you check, because I know a lot of you guys that have been long time viewers from ages ago. Sometimes you guys come in the live streams and you're like, yo dude, why am I not subscribed? Oh shoot, yeah, let me click that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Anyway, before we get into the actual purpose of today's video, man, what I want to say is, if you guys are not following me on Twitch, make sure you follow me on Twitch. For all social media links, man, including the Discord, make sure you guys check the description below. Make sure you follow up your boy, man, especially on the new Grand Cross channel, man. Let's go. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about in today's video is the Summoner Showdown, right? So obviously you've got the showdown that's locked now, because we only had up until, I think it was yesterday, I think, to complete this. Right now, what I found was I had a few attempts at it, right? Let's go over to this screen, right? So I had a few attempts at it, right? And what I found was that it really wasn't for me, man. And the reason why I say that is because, like, Summoner Showdown at New York Comic Con is literally a case of you queue up, you do like what is practically a really easy fight, right? I say really easy because even if you was to pick up the game today and you was just to go at it, a couple of attempts, if you've never played the game before, a couple of attempts and you'll be able to do it, right? Fight is fairly easy. So for us that play the game regularly, like, it's more than an easy fight for us, right? And then you go over to like the biggest, like the main boss. The main bosses for the day, right? Now you get the choice to select all the champions are max ranked. You get the chance to select which one you want to use, and you just go in there, and obviously you try and beat the opponent as quick as you can. If you can't beat the opponent, then you just try and do as much damage as quick as you can, right? Now I was under the impression that this was going to be similar to that. So upon, like, before this was officially released, I was a bit like, yeah, I'll participate, no worries, no worries. Anyway, it came out, was trialing it with a few champions and whatnot, and then I thought, okay, let me go in with Medusa. I went in with Medusa, I was fighting. Silver Surfer still had like above 20% HP when the timer ran out. So I was like, oh, what? So I was like, okay, maybe I wasn't aggressive enough. Went in, was a bit more aggressive, started doing a few backdraft intercepts, started intercepting a bit more and whatnot. Same thing, timed out, you know, maybe had like 18-15%. And I was like, bro, am I meant to rearrange all my masteries and all that kind of stuff just for this? And then, like, and I was just like, no. Straight away that put me off, because I was just like, dude, I ain't trying to change around and spend. I mean, if you look at me, like, look at my units, right? I have 2,500 units, right? These are units that I'm saving for like in-game content, like Act 6.4 or Abyss, right? Or my Abyss run, right? And I'm like, dude, I meant to dip into those units for in-game content to switch around my masteries for a tournament that I don't even know if I have a chance of winning. I was like, well, what's the point in that then? Because straight away, anybody that is not willing to change up their masteries and their whole setup or whatnot, you just immediately at a disadvantage. So basically, if you're a free-to-play player and you're like, you know, you're very budget, like, you know, you have a certain amount of time to play per week or per day or whatever it may be, you know, you're grinding your units for a purpose. If you want to participate in this, you are then going to have to dip into your unit stash to change up your masteries just to even attempt to compete in this Summoner Showdown. I don't think it should have been done like that. You know, I think that maybe it should have been a case of like, you know, everyone went in there and you kind of, I don't know, maybe like masteries don't even get taken into account. Let's just say, for instance, because obviously everybody's going to have a different mastery setup. Different people are going to be doing different types of damage or whatnot. So maybe it should have just been like a straight up, like, you know, obviously like whatever bonus stats you gain from masteries like are not included when you enter that that summoner showdown. And I think that would have put everybody on an equal playing field, because obviously, yes, you know, some people might not have necessarily been able to beat the boss without those extra kind of boosted stats. However, it would have just been based on whoever done the most amount of damage. And you know, I think that way it definitely would have been more open to a lot more of the player base. You know, a lot of people wouldn't have been at a disadvantage. You know, and by all means, like, this is a personal choice. You know, I'm personally choosing not to dip into my units for a competition. I just think that we shouldn't have to. Like, you know, if something new and exciting is in the game, you know, like, you know, as a company, you should want as much of your summoners to feel as involved in this as possible, and having it so that it's not really a fair competition unless you kind of go to the lengths that everybody else goes to. Because I mean, I'll take myself for an example. I know I'm not the most skilled player, but it won't stop me from competing. But it will stop me from competing if I've got to dip into units and use this and change that and change that. Because then, guess what? When we finish do that and we finish with this one, we're gonna have to dip back into our units to change it back to do my normal content. You know, some people, when you're in alliances, some people, you know, it's the middle of a war season right now. Some people are in alliances that don't want them to place defenses with suicide masteries on. So, you know, you've got to then change your masteries for fighting Silver Surfer, and change your masteries back for placing your defense. And then if you want to try and go in and improve your time, or, you know, try and get a better time or whatnot, you've got to then change your masteries again and go back in again. Then guess what? When the next one comes out, the next boss comes out, right? Who obviously we don't have any information about right now, but the next showdown boss comes out or whatnot, if there is going to be one. And then it would just be a case of, okay, well, I'll change masteries again. You know, I'm not too familiar on what's sort of happening or what's the next phase of this. I haven't really been keeping up to date with it, but it just seems to me like a lot of dipping into your personal stash. And for endgame players that have like completed all the content out there, that's great. You know, this is the type of thing for them because they've got nothing else to kind of use their units towards, so it's fine. But for people that are not in game, that have still got to complete parts of Act 6, or that have still got to complete Abyss of Legends, or have still got to complete Labyrinth of Legends or whatnot, you know, you're dipping into a stash to participate in a competition that potentially you shouldn't need to. You know, like, it's a friendly competition, everybody should be on the kind of same playing field, and it should just be about your skill. Like, you know, if you're skilled enough, you know, someone that can confidently intercept and backdraft intercept and can reparry and stuff like that should have a lot more offensive opportunities and be able to do more damage because they are more skilled at the game than someone like myself who just plays it safe a lot of the time and I just parry a lot. You know, like, obviously it's things like these that push you past your limits and push you into like realizing, okay, well, shoot, I need to do more damage. How can I do that? Okay, let me change my game style up a little bit. Let me intercept more, even though I'm not confident about it. But if I want to compete, I've got to make a point of getting better at doing this, you know. And those are the kind of things that drive you. You know, if you're doing that stuff and you're still not doing enough because you haven't used your units to apply certain things to enable you to do more damage, then it's a bit like, well, what's the point in that? Like, you know, you basically made it kind of like a tournament for like people that don't mind adjusting certain things on their account in order to kind of like get the best results as possible. But that's just how I feel about it. That's why I kind of didn't really take the showdown that seriously. You know, I'll do the show up and whatnot, which is fine. But the showdown for me is just like, it's not a kind of so much. I mean, there is still a skill element to it, but there's also a, you know, it's not just about skill. It's about who's willing to like make the necessary changes or invest in the necessary resources to rank up the champions that might be the best for certain fights, and then adjust your masteries to benefit that said champion. so that you're getting the best out of them. And you know, I'm not willing to do that, man. I've got other goals that I need to kind of save my resources for, to like, you know, be able to clear other content in the game. So that's just my thoughts. I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I kind of just feel like I feel a little bit disappointed, because I was really looking forward to participating in it. And even though I like use my resources, I said I wasn't going to rank up any 4-star champions for this, and I did anyway. And to kind of do all that and then still know that I fell short because I wasn't, my mastery setup wasn't a certain way. At that point, I was just like, nah, man, because how much more am I gonna have to change in order to be able to kind of like compete? And I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that. Like using rank up resources for 4 stars is one thing, because I didn't mind that, you know, I had a few rank up gems and whatnot here and there, but dipping into my units for certain things, I was like, nah, not doing that, man. So let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Let me know like kind of like what you guys think about the way they've set up the Summoner Showdown tournament. If you guys kind of like the way it is, or if you think that there's something they could have done better or whatnot, let me know the feedback in the comments below, man. But anyway, that's going to be it for the video today, guys, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you're sub to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Take care for now, guys. Been your boy Killer Beezy. Peace.